The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Accounting periods in workbooks are important. Without them, you will not be able to generate things like forecasts and quotas in workbooks, and you won't be able to generate reports based on specific accounting periods. So it's always a great idea to make sure yours are properly set up, certainly before starting to use workbooks and as a regular job you need to do. So, hello, my name is Tim Wilmot. I'm joined by my colleague Peter Johnson, and our company Wizard Systems. We're a leading independent CRM solutions provider of systems like workbooks, and we help out generally small and mid-sized organizations improve their sales, marketing, and customer service productivity through the use of solutions like workbooks. So thanks for joining us today on this little mini event, our regular series of workbooks training sessions, and we're focusing on, in this session, accounting periods. What are they? Why do you need to use them? How do you set them up? Now, this presentation will be about 10 minutes or so in duration. There's not an awful lot to this. There are many, many other features in workbooks I'm sure existing workbooks users will be aware of, and our company with the system, we offer lots of additional help should you want that from us, so please contact us for more information on that. Now, the audio part of the presentation, one way only. If you've got any questions, pop those into the question box on your meeting control panel, and Pete and I will do our best to answer those at the end. This event is being recorded. Those listening live, you will get an email from our system with a link to recording, and it'll be up on our YouTube channel as well. Just go up to YouTube, do a search for Wizard Systems, or one word, and you'll see loads and loads of other workbooks videos up there to entertain you. So just a short mention about Wizard Systems, long-standing supplier of CRM solutions, as I say, to small and mid-sized businesses, and we provide the complete package, not only the actual application, workbooks, and others as well, but we provide all the services around workbooks. So if you want any more information on workbooks, any additional help to make sure you get the most out of your investment, please contact us. We'd be happy to discuss your requirements. Okay, so I'm now going to hand over to my colleague Peter, and Pete will take us through accounting periods. Here we go, Pete.
Okay, good morning, Tim. Hopefully you can hear me, and I'm just going to share my screen just to kind of check you can see it, which means everybody else can.
Yep.
You okay there, Tim? Good.
Yep.
Okay, so yes, good morning to everybody. As Tim mentioned, we're going to have a look at accounting periods. This is something, as an administrator of workbooks, you would just keep an eye on and keep up to date on a regular basis. But as Tim mentioned, it does affect the way that things can be done within workbooks. For example, reports, forecast and quotas he mentioned, but not only that, some of the financial type records you won't be able to create unless it has a current accounting period to drop into. So accounting periods really match up with your accounting styles within your business. If you've, for example, come onto workbooks in the last 12 months or so, we would have helped you set up the initial information and asked you the question, when does your financial year start and end, and what type of periods do you monitor that on, monthly, quarterly, and so forth. So really it's that information that you need to input, and ahead of time you generally set up a 12-month or whatever length of time you need to set that up. And whenever you create a transaction record, so really a financial related record, so that could be opportunities, quotes, orders, invoices, that type of thing. If I, for example, go into an existing quote, let's just go and have a look at customer quotation, this one here. You probably may or may not have noticed it unless you're reporting on this information. But if I go down to this quote and the analysis section, you can see here in the background, whenever you create or produce a financial type record, it will show the financial period that that drops into. This makes, as Tim mentioned, reporting easy. So you could see, well, actually, let's look at all the quotes I did this period versus last period. There's some great functions in the reports area which will allow you to look and investigate and interrogate the periods. So same period last year, that type of thing is really useful in these periods and probably reflects some of your business KPIs and business intelligence reporting. So let's have a look at the issue that you might get or see from your users if you haven't got accounting periods. So if I, for example, go in and decide to produce a new customer order, you can see here, oh, look, it says I cannot create a customer order since the accounting periods have not been set up. And it tells you exactly where to go, actually, configuration, accounting, and create accounting periods. So let's have a look at doing this. I have got some old periods in here, which is the reason it's coming up with that error message. And so I've gone to Start, Configuration, and I'm going to go to Accounting. And guess where we're going to go next? This Accounting Periods area. And here are all my previous accounting periods in the system, pages and pages of them, date by date by date. You can see here, and if I reflect let's go to the first one, you can see my last accounting period is for financial year 2018/2019, and you can see it's done monthly, and the names and the dates that it runs from, and that really is the first of the year, so November to the next one. And then to add a new one, if you've already got accounting periods, which you will have because you need to start those up when you start your account up in Workbooks, it will reflect the next set or accounting period that you need to follow. Now, I've got some really strange ones in here, I know, but this date frame here will reflect the accounting period that you have within your business, that it'll just follow on from the last one that has not been done. So just, I mean, check those dates. It's really important actually that you do check them, because if you do these accounting periods wrong, it's really, really tough to remove them. The system itself does lots of things in the background, applying them to different time zones and all sorts of things. So it's really difficult to remove. So it's really important you take care and make sure you get this right. This financial year name, I tend to leave it because it's quite useful to report on that in a consistent manner throughout all of your previous ones, the date frame, and then the style of accounting period that you're going to have. And I'm going to choose calendar months here to match what I've done before. And when I choose create, here we go, it will have created that. Let's just have a look. So that was, it will be down here somewhere, probably at the end. There we go. So you can see it's created this current one. So now, because I have that in there, in fact, let's just have a look. So it's not going to go. So that was last year's. So I just need to put this year's in. So let me do that again. And you can see here, just in my, as I explained, the date period has picked up what it's already got and placed the next lot in. So I'm going to choose calendar months again and create that. And then I've got the new one. So if I go and do what I did before, was new customer order, I'm not going to get that error message. And also at the point where we go down to analysis, you can see it's put in the current financial period because I'm about to create this customer order in the system. So really simple to update. I suggest you maybe take a look at when you should be doing this. If you haven't got the error message already, I guess most accounting periods are going kind of January or April. those sort of times. So it's going to happen sooner or later. Just check on that and get ahead of yourself and just put it in. Okay. Tim, have you got anything to add to that? As you said, it was
No, it's very straightforward to do, and well, you're going to get that error message if something's not quite right with those accounting periods. If you are creating a new transaction, say like a quotation. Right. Well, those familiar with our regular sessions, we have a little Q&A now. So if you've got any questions around this topic, please type those into the question box on your meeting control panel. First question from Anna. I use CRM Edition and I don't do sales or quotes. Is it really necessary to do this? Well, just a little side note there. Everyone should be, well, I guess everyone is aware there's two different versions of workbooks. There's CRM Edition and Business Edition. Business Edition essentially is the one that does all the more detailed financial transactions like orders, invoices, credit notes, and the like. Even with Sim Edition, you can create customer quotations. So a very good question. Using CRM Edition, is it still necessary to set up accounting periods? And you're not using, Anna's not using quotes, not doing quotes.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're not doing quotes, then it may be a reason not to. But I'm guessing that, Anna, you might be using opportunities. And again, that's a financial-based record type. If I go into some previous ones here, so opportunities, if I open up an opportunity, we can see here, if I go into analysis, you can see even with opportunities, when you go to save them, it will require a financial period. So if you start new and go save, it will tell you you need a new financial period if it's not current. So in short, I would say the answer is yes, Anna. It doesn't take much to do, and it's good for reflecting lots of things that happen in reporting as well, because you could find all records created in the financial period of X, Y, and Z that matches the create date. So you could use it, but I would, yes, CRM requires it as well.
Okay, next question from Nick. How far forwards do I need to set them?
Well, obviously you need current period, and I'm guessing if you're doing any forecasting or when you set an opportunity, for example, to be closed in the future, some people have very long sales cycles, then I would match the potential length of time that you're going to need some financial transactions. So why not, put 4 or 5 years in there? It's not going to change. So enter them in. You can put as many as you like in. Whenever I set up a new system for an organization, I normally just put a couple of years in. We cover the creation of new ones in the admin training quick session. But yeah, put them ahead of time, so you have got to keep returning to it every year.
Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't take an awful lot of time, so quite a straightforward, quick and easy task, and yeah, pop them in for the foreseeable future. Okay, well, thanks very much, the two of you, for those questions. I don't think there's any more questions that have come through. Thanks very much for that. So we'll draw this to a close then. Thanks very much for your time, those listening live. There's our contact details there, Tim and Peter. If you've got any suggestions for future Workbooks topics, we'd love to hear from you. If you've got any ideas that might be of interest to your colleagues or other Workbooks users out there, please contact us, myself or Peter, and we'll catch up with you on the next event. Thanks very much. Have a nice day.